So I thought I'm gonna make a video, and it's dark. Good time to make a video, right? Don't you think it's a good time to make a video? Life is happening outside. Everything outside of your house is alive, and interesting things can happen. Moments of happiness, moments of inspiration, moments of connection can happen when you're outside. And maybe right now this feels like too much, but let me tell you, it's not. And you have to keep trying to get outside, even if it's extremely hard, difficult, painful, whatever else you're experiencing. Get outside and collect memories, tiny little moments of goodness that you can, at the end of the day, write in your diary. Today I saw this. Today I talked to that person. That person gave me a smile. Yes, it was difficult. Yes, I didn't feel good. But I lived. You have to start living. Come, Schatz. You have to start giving yourself a chance to experience something else. So if you're at home and you say you can't, I am here to say yes, you can. And I'm here to say you have to start trying, using what I've talked about in my previous video. Finding that inspiration, not motivation, inspiration within yourself and the reason why you are doing things. I want to live, and that means I have to start living. You don't live just because you think about it. You live by doing it. Everything is about doing. You would never learn how to swim if you didn't go and try and get into the water. You would not experience that. And everything here on earth is about human experience, experiencing, tasting, and contrast. I talked about a long time ago about contrast. Good things, wonderful things in our youth and when we're young, and how everything was easy, and now over 40 is like, oh God, different experience, yeah? It's always about your perspective. I was having so many amazing moments just this weekend because I have challenged myself. I did the hard thing that I normally wouldn't do. Okay, bicycles, dark. And I'm dark as well. I'm filming this direction now because you can't see my face. Maybe better because I don't look my best. Anyways, the other day I challenged myself and did something that was really hard for me. And I had signs from the universe and my angels that I asked for guidance and protection all along the way, the whole time, cheering for me and supporting me with angel numbers, with getting a parking space in a completely booked parking lot where there was nothing. I got it directly, and the lady who was backing with her car driving away, I look at the plates and it was 777, and I'm like, thank you, because I've requested a parking lot. And then there was this beautiful little chihuahua in this shop I went to, and he was terrified. I was, triggered, and he came to me and started licking me and wanted to jump on me, didn't want to leave and go back to her owner. His owner. Actually, I don't know if it was a he or she. And I was so blessed, and I felt so taken care of, because I've connected with a little chihuahua, and I don't even like chihuahuas. It's not like I have anything against them. It's just not, not my type. But she came to me and started licking me, and we've connected. It was such a beautiful moment, and it kept me going for the next 2 days. I could constantly return to that memory, and I had those good feelings, and I could connect with those good feelings, those good sensations. Even though I felt triggered, my nervous system went into bit of an overdrive. So challenging myself big time. Just now I was walking around my building. This is like somewhere there in the back, you can see. And as I was walking with my dog, I kind of look through windows. Yeah, I know where other people live, and I'm just like looking what they're doing. But anyway, there was a girl who was just putting her Christmas tree, and she was doing it completely alone, and the Christmas tree was really big. And I looked at this girl and I saw myself in her, because I'm single, and I put my Christmas tree without anybody, and nobody helped me to carry it, and I did it all by myself, you know. And I had a moment when I was doing decorations on the Christmas tree, a bit of a melancholy, you know. I got a little bit sad, I got a little bit 888, yeah, money's coming. I got a little bit sad, a little bit disappointed that no one is doing this with me, you know, and what's the point? This is my beautiful Oldenburg, not exactly this beautiful thing that I'm showing you right now, but look at that, 993, 333, and there was 888. I love it! I love angel numbers, by the way, just in case. Goodness. Anyway, so this is gonna be too long of a video. This video, oh, this is my finger. This is just my finger. The same camera. The video is gonna be long. Anyways, where was I? The girl with the tree there. And I felt like, look, she's doing a single woman's life, and you're doing it. You're not alone in this. So, about that, I want to tell you, if you think like you're going through something and you're all on your own and no one gets it and you feel very isolated, I can guarantee you, I say it with 100% certainty, somebody else on this planet is going through exact same thing. And for me, at least, this really is a helpful thought, because I don't like pitying myself. It's like one of the hard things for me is to, you know, be compassionate towards myself, because I'm a perfectionist and achiever, and I've done, you know, a lot of things in my life, and I never cared about how I felt or if I was tired. I would push through because my ambition was always bigger than me. But now it's something that I'm training on. Like, it's okay to be tired. It's okay to rest. It's okay to be not productive. You know, this is all the stuff I have wired myself for many years. Many years. I think as early as I was a young child, I was very competitive. Anyways, you are not going through something unique, something special, and you're not different. You must have heard that before. We all feel very special in our suffering. But literally knowing that other people are going through the same thing, or even worse, is very helpful. And I hope you can think like this, because that's the truth. You are not in it alone. Someone else out there is going through the same thing. And it's all about how you are handling what you're going through. On planet Earth, that's all that matters in this experience. It's how you are handling challenges and things that are showing. Oh, look at this. Look at how pretty is that? If you don't go out, you will not see those pretty things. You know, you won't see the Christmas decorations people put out there. You won't see those angel numbers, perhaps. Although you might on your phone. But they're better, you know, when you walk, because then you can like be completely surprised that you see 3 angel numbers in a row, like I do very often. And it's always for me like a reward, like my reward for challenging myself, doing hard things. When I don't feel like, that's the moment I'm like, okay, that's definitely the moment I have to do it, because I really don't feel like doing it. And sometimes I can't, and then I'm like, okay, you definitely can't do it. Come, Schatz. Yeah, we have to wait, Schatz. My dog. See, my dog is so well trained. Schatzy. He's a good girl. Yes, you're gonna get a snap. Sometimes you can't do hard things. You have to wait a little. You have to wait a moment, just like me waiting all those cars to pass. So you have to wait. You have to feel. You have to allow and catch your breath. And then you do it. If you wait too long, it becomes a habit. And if you wait too long, this gets wired in. This, oh, we are not doing things because we don't feel like it, because it's too hard. So we do. We have to do that. And for me, every time it's hard, I say, yeah, just yet another opportunity for you to allow difficult feelings, difficult sensations, difficult whatever it is that is difficult for you. You just say, oh, it is an opportunity to rewire, to grow. But you do have to start. Oh, there's a guy staring. Yeah, like I said, I'm looking at people's houses and windows and checking what they're doing. I choose not to pity myself. I take what's available. I take what's given. Every Monday I get a message from a client of mine. Come here, honey, you go. We go. Mommy needs to walk that chicken off my belly and chocolates that I've eaten. He writes me every Monday and he wishes me a good week. And that's so lovely, you know? And I could complain about my family a lot and other things that are not going well for me. But then I get one message like that and it all goes away because it's a matter of choice. What you focus on. It's always a matter of choice. You think you don't have a choice, and yes you do. You actually do have a choice. I was at that stage where I felt like I couldn't, and I couldn't. Like I literally couldn't shift my thoughts and flip the switch, you know, to positive or to be grateful or nothing. So I know how hard that is. Like me speaking now. But at the same time, I also know that if you don't try, it's not gonna get better. And I also know that it will get worse because your default mode network, come Schatz, right now is all negative. Is fight or flight, freeze, shut down. Yeah? And you have to keep trying to change that. Introduce new behaviors, introduce new thoughts, introduce whatever that is contradicting and kind of giving your brain possibility to do something else. Okay, where are we? Look at that. Isn't that nice? Okay. So, one thing you have to do is get out, sit outside, because like in Europe it's cold to sit outside. I mean, today it's really warm, but generally winter it's cold, so we don't sit outside. Like, but America, for example, or other countries out of Europe, you have the ability to be outside, to spend much time outside and try to keep moving your body. If you can't walk, you listen to music that is giving the opportunity to gently rock, or just, you know, move your fingers and together with the rhythm. Just move your fingers, feel the rhythm, shake your hips a little. You know, it doesn't have to be big. Little things, and allow the energy to move. Okay, this is so interesting. Yeah, guys, my dog sniff. Okay, hi, come on. It's not very easy to walk with her right now because it's before Sylvester, and sometimes there is a firework here and there making a lot of noise, and then she gets really triggered and she just want to go home, and it's like running, not walking back. But we are lucky so far, and every time I leave with her I ask my angels as well to make it quiet for 40 minutes or half an hour. Oh, that's a nice tree there. So we can just have that walk in peace, because poor thing, she's terrified. And I'm not looking forward to New Year's Eve because it's just a war zone and it's bloody noisy. I personally really hate it. And I don't really celebrate New Year's Eve anymore, since it's not even New Year's. And since it's not even the beginning of the new year, so. Well, that's me, you know. That's personal stuff. Thank you. Decorations. Yeah, I like to walk here during summer. It's not really beautiful right now for you to see any of it because it's just buildings, and I don't want to like put my camera in other people's noses. So like here, if I would walk, I would probably slow down and like look. I'm creepy. I'm a creepy person. Yeah, well, this happens when you're single, you know. Comes a time when you're like, you just become curious. And I like to observe people. It's not really that I'm judging. It's just like I'm so observing and seeing what they are doing. Come on. So, mouse, no, please don't go there. The topic of this video is get outside, right? So, get outside and look what your dog is doing. Babe, come, mouse. Thank you. I have to go. Get outside because good things can happen. And not only like good things, also just things that you can remember at the end of your day. You want to think about all those things, little things. I'm not talking big things, you know, like you got a raise or won lottery. That would be nice. But like, whenever I go to bed, I always meditate before I sleep, right? I first do somatics, feel my body, what am I feeling, what emotions are there, sensations, allow. Because as a good perfectionist, I want to master this skill, allowing. I want to allow, like, wow, I'm like allowing everything now, no matter what. Something feels difficult, I'm like, oh, great, let's allow. And I do that for like first 10 minutes. I feel my body. I do sometimes my Versoma practice me, or connecting with some parts of my body that are currently coming. Look at this, how pretty is that? Coming out of freeze, and so there are some strange sensations that I feel from old injuries. Because that can happen when you're coming out of freeze, you know, you start feeling your body. Oh, look at this little Christmas tree. I'm going to totally film it. So cute. So, I am being constantly interrupted with beauty, with the beauty around me and cool things around me. I love it. I just love it. I am loving it. I'm thirsty as well because I ate so much chicken wings and like I made them really salty. And then I snacked chocolate, and so it's not a good combi for your thirst. So when I am in bed, I do somatics, I listen, I connect, and then I have to remind my brain of the day. And I think of all the things that happened on the day. Sometimes they're not even good things, like come on, like simply boring things, you know. But I just want to stimulate this neuroplasticity and showing my brain that we are always focusing on positive or neutral, just to then say, wow, this was a good day, because it's always a good day, you know. But if your brain is stuck in the past, it just doesn't register there is some goodness outside of you. Yeah, so it is. Mouse, come here, come, there's a car, come here, come here, come here. Good girl. Welcome, she's good job. Sorry guys, I have to just good trained dog. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Yeah, good job. Come. Yeah, you have to invite your brain to do or undo, sorry. You have to stimulate your brain to undo all the negative stuff you did to yourself, because you have to be honest with yourself. And when you're honest with yourself is when you start healing, because that's when you're taking responsibility in a good way for yourself and your life. You know, you stop being a victim the moment you start taking responsibility that some part of this shit you ended up in is because you are focusing on all the bad stuff that was going on. Not that it's your fault, we just do that. But we did that, and then you have to unlearn that. You're unlearning all those negative pathways all the time. So one way to do that is to think about all nice, good, positive, neutral things. Oh, I did this today, and then I washed the dishes, and then I did the laundry, and I was also talking to this person, and he or she said this and that, just like that. So that's already doing neuroplasticity. You are showing your brain what you are now interested in, not your symptoms, not what's wrong, what's not working, and who's horrible to you, and how lonely and messed up you are. You have to go against everything you feel and start doing those new habits of a person you want to become, let's say, or the person you want to go back to, because that person, before your perfect storm, before your illness, before all your symptoms, that person was never thinking about these things, right? You were living your life, you had fun, or not much, but you lived, you did, and then boom, and now it's like you're not yourself anymore. And you always say, I want to be back being myself, but the person that you want to go back to can't complain, can't focus on healing all the time, can't focus on fixing, repairing, therapy, trauma, this, because your brain always follows your attention. That's such an annoying thing, but it is the thing. It's a thing. Yeah, it feels like it's not a thing, but it's a thing. It's a thing to constantly think about something else except how you feel, how life is difficult, and how little money you have, and what your sister said to you, and your narcissistic mother is doing. You know, it's difficult because we have this negativity bias, and so your brain is always interested in threats. And that's why for us it's a double work. We have to do 2 times more, because we have to show our brain that that is the past. It's over. And I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not investigating, and I'm not investing my energy into this whole I gotta heal process. And it's an inside job, you guys. It's an inside job. And you constantly are experiencing resistance. Yeah, because the brain and nervous system wants to be staying in the familiar zone. And the familiar now is and fight or flight and symptoms and worrying, basically. Fear and worry is the familiar. And so it wants to go back over and over to what's familiar. And I also constantly said to my brain, what was it like to feel normal? What was it like not to feel fear or worry, anxiety all day? Like I just asked myself this question. And at the beginning, there was no answer, like, nothing. It was like my brain's like, I don't know what you're talking about. We've been never normal. Things were always difficult. Like, what are you talking about? Like, look all the trauma you went through. Like, no. I have many pictures, and they are documents of my previous life being amazing. And I was happy, and I was able to do all those things, you know. And so, gunshots. Now your brain is like, no, we don't even remember that. You never existed. You just like you imagining things, darling. Sorry for my finger again. There you go. Goodness. You're just making these things up. We always were like this. Because your brain doesn't want to let go of trauma loop. It wants to sit there like in this comfortable, cozy, warm, hopelessness place. It just wants you to be there. And I fought with that for so long. Like, I couldn't pull myself out of that hole. Okay, there's no way I was able to get myself into anything neutral or positive. It was just all darkness and hell. And so, you know, curiosity is a great way to stimulate your brain. It's just like neutral. I'm just neutrally asking you, like, you know, no big deal. I'm just asking you, like, you know, what's it like not to feel fear? Like, what was I doing, like, you know, back then? Like, do you have any memories of that? Like, do you remember any? You kind of remember any of that? Like, nonchalant, you know, no big deal, brain. And I've noticed after a while, my brain started to send me some memories. See, your brain has to work for you. It's slow. It's an asshole when it's like that, but eventually it has to. Because you own your brain, you know? Now you feel like it owns you. But actually, you are the CEO, you know? You're the master. You're the conductor. You've just lost it because of the overwhelm and stuff. But if you keep asking, you shall receive, remember? You have to ask. So how was it? And then some memory pops up to your head and you're like, oh my goodness, right. I never worried about these type of things. Like, I would never react so emotionally to that little challenge of making my taxes, like filling those papers that look like 100 million files that I have to, you know. It doesn't feel so overwhelming, but when you're in that trauma loop, it feels very overwhelming. It feels like you're not able to do anything, you can't dance, you can't jump, you can't feel joy because your brain reacts to joy and excitement as a threat, you know, and it's like activating anxiety instead of joy. So that's just sensitized nervous system, yeah? So DG, I did not plan for this video. But I'm doing hard things. So I am talking, walking, and exposing myself because it's dark. Gunshots. I'm not gonna go into the darkness there. It's total darkness. I'm not walking there. The guy is walking there. We're walking here. I'm a single girl in the city. I have to be responsible for my well-being, you know, and safety. So sometimes I did actually walk into that forest in the middle of the night, or it was just very dark night in the middle of the night, because I was challenging myself. But it's a very safe place where I live. It's a very safe place, so I don't have to worry. To summarize, dear friends, get outside once more, even if it's for a few minutes, and keep breaking these limitations, those chains that you've created and that your brain created to keep you safe. Yeah, so you can go back to living. What would be nice if you let me know if you actually enjoyed this little walk with me. I did definitely enjoy showing you the area where I live, 111, and I hope this was a little bit something you can take with you. Oh, one more thing I add. I actually find these type of videos, really helpful. Like, I would be, feeling really bad, and then I would just watch somebody walking, talking, being in beautiful places, and just like nothing really spectacular, but it felt like I was with them there, like my social engagement system kicked in, and I felt like I'm connecting with that person, like they don't know me, but I felt like someone was talking to me. And just that, listening to somebody's talking to you, and it's easy on you, you don't have to strain your brain, and it feels less lonely. So this helped me, and maybe this video, this format, you actually find interesting as well. Well, you can always let me know. And I really needed to drink something because I'm super thirsty. Yeah. See you guys in the next video. Bye.